about somebody who is high vibrational, someone who is looking to be very cautious or selective before getting involved in a relationship with someone. And they feel like they have to be especially cautious because this is someone who has some money and doesn't want to be dealing with a person who is only interested in being with somebody for that wealthy element or getting their bills paid. Hold on, it's a little dark in here. Let's light another candle. So the question is, are they just looking for a sugar mama? Are they just looking for a sugar daddy? Or is this somebody who is respectable? So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. You can find it in the description box along with more information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. I am going to post a comment within the next couple of hours to let the members know who are in the stars and the towers when the members only live stream will be for tomorrow. It will most likely be tomorrow morning, but I'll give you a specific time shortly. Hello, Nat Nat. Hello, how's it going, Jacula? Hello, Eric. What's up? Lastly, if you would like to check out my candle selection, the link is in the description box as well. They are homemade soy candles. Let's dive in. I think we will start with, we're going to go with the Touchstone Tarot first. Let's see what else we've got for you. Hello, famous Seamus. How are we doing today? What else do we have? Ooh, I don't think I've seen this card yet. We have the Moon. Very lovely. And the Ten of Cups with the Three of Swords. So somebody who has been through heartbreak before, after feeling like they had found the relationship they were looking for. This could be somebody who is also extra selective because they have children and they want to make sure that any relationship that they get into is with somebody who would be a good role model or be at least, you know, not a bad influence on that family life. But we have someone who's manifesting in a relationship and hoping to avoid that Three of Swords or that heartbreak energy. You know, just want to be lucky in love, right? Thank you, Eric. And thank you for the floating heart, famous Seamus. What else do we have? Temperance in the reverse. There's been some uneasiness in the past regarding feeling like they had found the one, and then learning that there were issues with finances. With the Six of Coins in the reverse, feeling like they'd been lied to about somebody's intentions or motivations. And oops, Temperance in the reverse, basically saying, I don't think I can deal with that anymore. I don't want to have any surprises. Let's talk about everything up front because I'm not here to just be an ATM for you. Hello, Carrie. How we doing? Hello, Joaquin. What's up? What else do we have? The Knight of Swords. The Ace of Coins or the Ace of Pentacles. And the Page of Swords. So this time around, we have somebody who is talking about finances up front. Or maybe if they're in serious mode, there's a prenuptial agreement being discussed. But it's very much so like, if I fall in love or if I feel like this is the right person, I'm not going to make an offer or discuss that long-term relationship or, you know, getting married without knowing this person's finances. I need to know where you're coming from, what you're working with. Hello, Ralph. How are you doing? What else do we have? Carrie, I hope you have some better weather at this point. It's actually raining pretty hard right now. It might be calming down a little bit. So we have the Death card and Strength. So I've been through a difficult relationship or a difficult breakup. Maybe this is someone who's been divorced, or they've just struggled to find people who are being honest about those intentions. So they've had to change their approach. I want to make sure that the next time I get into a serious relationship, I know what I need to know about that person, and I don't have to worry about them using me for my money. What else do we have? Sorry, I'm just like throwing them all over the place. The Five of Coins and the Three of Coins. Like, where do you work? What kind of debt do you have? What kind of education have you got? How much does it cost to raise those children? Like, I need to know the details because I've got a lot of money in the bank and I don't want everything to fall to me. All right, let's get some more from the Romani Tarot. Hello, Phil. Hello, Maurice. How you doing? Thank you, Nat Nat. Let me add that for you. Anything that may impact me at work? And is current position stable? Thank you, Nat Nat. I've got that added for you. Maurice, just to let you know, since you've said it 3 times, I don't do astrological-based readings. But as you can see with Nat Nat Super Chat, if you want to put a specific request in, I do personal readings after the general reading is done. I have read some Stephen King. I have not read all of his books. I'm doing well, Maurice. Please call me Carmen. What else do we have? Four of Koshis, which is the Four of Wands in the reverse, and the Lovers. Yeah, I think this is someone who's a little bit cautious with regards to getting involved in a serious relationship because they have gone through a divorce. They have had to be a little bit more selective or communicative about what they need or what they expect before moving in or getting married or, you know, commingling finances. Death and the Three of Koshis or Three of Wands in the reverse. There have been some close calls or nope, I don't think I can date you. Nope, sorry, I don't think things can get any like more serious between the two of us because there was some unexpected interactions or requests, or you felt like it was okay to, you know, borrow my car. No, thank you. This is someone who's had to be a little bit, you know, of a hermit. I can't just dive right into a relationship because I've been burned. Hierophant in the reverse and the Seven of Pentacles. So I keep looking for that romantic relationship or that love of a lifetime, feeling like maybe this time I found the one, and then things get a little bit uncomfortable when the subject of money comes up. What else do we have? Eight of Bowlers or Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Page of Shivs, which is the Page of Swords. So now I need to know more, like, what is your plan as far as work? Do you plan on keeping a job? I think this person may have ended up with someone who quit their job or wasn't very serious about a job search and ended up being the only person earning money. So this is definitely a love reading, but it is heavily focused on, are we compatible in all ways? And are you expecting me to pay all the bills? Ace of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. Because life is easier if you also have a job. King of Pentacles. So this is somebody who is pretty comfortable financially. This could also be someone who has had a conversation with a lawyer to make sure that they know, you know, how to set up a prenup, for example. Did I say hello to Cynthia? Hello, Cynthia. Three of Swords. The Empress. Ten of Wands. And the Ten of Pentacles. So before I get engaged, before I, you know, set up a joint bank account, I need to know what I'm dealing with and that you also have your own thing going. I don't want to be the only one who's responsible for the finances. But with this Ten of Pentacles, it looks like they are very much so wanting that long-term relationship. All right, let's go with the Visconti Sforza. What else do we have? Strength in the reverse. Judgment. And the Eight of Wands. So they're having this conversation. They're laying their cards out on the table. They're saying, you know, I don't expect perfection, but I need to know that you have some self-control when it comes to finances, or that you aren't, you know, codependent. How do we look in that conversation? Will we be compatible as far as those expectations? Maybe this is even somebody who like fills out their dating profile, making that like kind of towards the top, like here's what I need to know. I'm not looking for someone who is codependent. Queen of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. So because they've learned this lesson from a previous relationship, they're approaching things more selectively and filtering out the people that would maybe not be very respectful with regards to those financial elements of the relationship. And I feel like this is somebody who's actually found someone who's looking respectable. Let's see. We've got the Hanged Man and the World. With, hold on, which one are you? I think this might actually be the Queen of Wands. Or is it the High Priestess? It's the High Priestess. Sorry, y'all. These don't have numbers or names on it because it's the oldest. I think this is literally the oldest version of tarot out there. So there's wisdom here. I've figured out how to approach things in a way to make sure that I don't end up heartbroken or taken advantage of by somebody who feels like I'm just a bank for them. And I do feel like this is somebody who has traveled a lot, learned a lot, and leveled up. They're not just ignoring some of the finer points of dating, so they can avoid that heartbreak. I don't want to just deal with somebody who is only interested in my pocketbook. All right, this is the Casanova Oracle. What else do we have, please? Hey, Rachel. How are you doing? Affection and invitation. Well, we have some naked people on these cards, so I can't show you everything. There is physical attraction here. There is interest in a long-term relationship. Sorry, I have to like hide the naughty bits. But affection and invitation. Let's get to know each other, because I've already been talking to you about some of those other things that are important to me. Things are getting more serious. It's not just that physical attraction. It's, we've talked about what your finances look like, or what you're looking for. My. Okay, lots of nakedness. So we have somebody who has an appreciation for the finer things, but also makes some decent money on their own. This is the Royal Fez, or the Moroccan Tarot. What else do we have, please? You got it, Rachel. Mondays can be a little tricky sometimes. What else? Five of Wands in the reverse, and the Six of Swords. This is someone who feels like they've found the one, Queen of Pentacles. You know, after taking a different approach and finding a better way to make sure that I'm avoiding the people who might be kind of gold diggers. Now I think I found somebody who is loyal, somebody who isn't afraid to do some work, roll up their sleeves, or, you know, apply for a new job. So I feel like this is somebody that is worth getting to know better. World in the reverse, and the Star. If there's something that needs to be addressed, they do. If there's something they need to heal from, they work on that. So this feels to me like a romantic relationship that kind of surprises the King of Pentacles Magician individual. Like, okay, this is what I've been looking for. Eight of Wands and the Two of Wands. Maybe my search is over. I have tried to meet more people. I have tried to make sure that I approach things the right way, and I think I finally found this Queen of Pentacles. Does not have to be a woman, but this is someone who is reliable, somebody who is like, you would be a partner in crime, right? Or a partner financially, at least. Seven of Cups in the reverse, and the Page of Cups. So now that I know you, now that I feel like I can trust you, now that I've figured out that you're not just, you know, looking for someone to make life easy for you, now I'm willing to make the offer. Talk about a long-term relationship. I don't have to keep looking for someone new. Temperance, Earth Angel, and the Ace of Pentacles. So if this reading is for you, there's someone here who could be you, or could be your person, who has really had to be rather specific about what they're looking for, and definitely communicative. And they feel like they finally found that person that they could imagine having that long-term relationship with. So they're making that offer. They're not scared of that commitment anymore. They're not nervous about this person being you know, a little bit lazy, or a little bit like not invested in the connection or the success financially in their household. This is the B Tarot. What else do we have? We have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, the Prince of Cups, or Prince of Jars, in the reverse, and the King of Pentacles in the reverse. So let's say that this is somebody who is divorced, and maybe that previous partner is a little bit jealous. I would say pretty reliably, yes, this person's going to be jealous when this King of Pentacles finds their new partner, this Queen of Pentacles, their divine counterpart. We have a jealous third party here. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. This is somebody who is jealous. This is somebody who absolutely was codependent. And they still feel like they should be able to rely on this King of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles, they're struggling financially. Looking for someone else who could make things easier for them financially, like this King of Pentacles used to. It's almost like they get like competitive, like, okay, so you have a new partner, now I need to go find a new partner. And I feel like these two probably have children together. So if you're out here dating and you find someone new and now I can't, you know, count on you to pay my bills, then maybe I need to ramp up my efforts to find a new partner. Thank you for liking and subscribing, by the way. So we have the Eight of Wands in the reverse and the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. If you get serious about someone new, that means that I have precisely 0% chance of getting you back. This ex is a problem. They don't want to see this King of Pentacles settle down with someone new. So Two of Swords in the reverse, they're trying to create doubt and make it seem like there is a problem with this Queen of Pentacles, but I don't think they're very successful in convincing their ex to skip the Queen of Pentacles as a partner. Seven of Swords in the reverse, Ten of Jars in the reverse. I don't know, are you sure that that's real love? I think they just want you for your money. Awfully rich from them, considering that's what happened in the marriage that ended. So this divorced person who has found somebody that they want to be in a relationship with is dealing with some judgment or jealousy from their former partner. Because then that means that it's really over and there's no way for me to like convince you to get back into a relationship with me. They're nervous about it. They don't want that to happen. So does this mean the Queen of Pentacles has to be watching out for some weirdness? Maybe. Hello, Joshua. How are you doing today? Five of Swords in the reverse. Discomfort. And the King of Diamonds, which is the King of Pentacles. Okay, so if you are this King of Pentacles, you're going to feel a little bit caught in the middle because the ex-husband, ex-wife, whoever this is, they're going to feel like threatened or frustrated that you have found somebody new, especially if they feel like that's going to impact their own financial security, especially if they feel like you're not going to help them out anymore. So they are a little bit proud, got a little bit of an ego issue, and they kept feeling like the relationship was going to, like that you two would come back together. If you get married or are moving in with somebody new, that daydream of theirs that you're going to get back together, it goes out the window. So they don't like this new party. They don't like this new partner of yours. Okay, but can they get over it? Two of Swords and the Three of Swords. Nope, I don't think so. I think they're gonna try to cause some drama here. They might even come up with some sort of plan to lie about or create some drama about your new partner in hopes that you would reject them and still have a chance at reconciliation between the two of you. All right, well, I guess you can't really convince them to be chill. I guess they're determined to cause some issues here. Let's see what we get from the Love Oracle. Hello, Melissa. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. What else do we have? Paranoid, spying, social network, information, ways, broken. So the ex is trying to find a way to get some dirt on the new partner to try to convince this King of Pentacles to not move on, especially if there's potentially a new marriage, because they were still hoping for a second chance. They were still hoping that they would get you back. They're feeling abandoned and left out, and like there should have been another chapter to your story. So this ex of yours is going to confess that they still want you or love you. They're going to try to make it seem like they've done that healing that you were hoping they would do, or that they've learned their lesson. But more importantly, I think they're going to try to make your new partner look like a bad idea. I think you're over it. I think you've already seen the true colors of your ex. And no matter what kind of shenanigans they get up to, I don't see you changing your mind. Hello, Steven. How you doing? So we have past life, deja vu, repeated patterns, and karmic lesson. Curse, hex, witchcraft, and negative mind. Be cautious. This ex of yours is going to try to send some energy your way in hopes of keeping you away from this new person, or in hopes of getting you to feel like there's nobody that you could really trust. They don't want to let go of the hope that you two could get back together. Obsession, infatuation, adoration, and addiction. Obscurity, secrets, mysteries, and concealing. But the thing is, this person is still secretive. Your ex that you worked diligently to get away from. Now, keep in mind, this could be your person, right? Hello, Tay. How are you doing today? This King of Pentacles is frustrated because their ex is still clingy, still trying to find a way to reconcile. But they were always secretive. They were always hiding things. Maybe they were dealing with some, like a shopping addiction or something. And they still want you to make their life easier. All right. Let's get a few from the situations deck. What else do we have, please? I wish more people were like that, Melissa. Again, we have the Divine Feminine. So they want you to take care of them, your ex. They're mad because it seems like there's someone here who might actually be a good fit for you, because you're talking about moving or moving in with them or getting married. And they know that that means no more options for them to reclaim you or to get you back. This could be someone that you consider to be your twin flame. And they know that you have plans going forward with someone else. They're trying to come up with a plan. They want to remind you of happier days so that you change your mind. They want to convince you to come back around. That could mean they're going to try to lie to you. Ugh. So they're feeling pressured because you're thinking about making it official with someone new. That makes them scared. They still wanted to be able to claim you. They still wanted to have some hope of reconciliation. Oh no. All right, this is the untold messages of the hearts. Yeah, I think that's totally fair, Melissa. That's not too bad, Tay. It's all rainy over here. Which I guess I don't get to go for my walk later then. Unresolved. So much has happened between us in the past. Can we work through it again? You don't need that new person. We can fix our old issues. See, we had that clingy card, right? Another clingy card. Feeling trapped pushes me away. Please give me some space. You don't want this person back. You know that they just look at you like you're a bank. The new person actually wants to be a partner with you. I'm distracted right now. They know that you're getting to know someone else. This makes them really uncomfortable. Intensity. The feelings I have for you overwhelm me, so I run away to process them. That was part of the issue or part of the reason why the two of you couldn't make your relationship work or why you went through a divorce. Because emotionally, they struggled to be honest with you or tell you what was going on. And you've learned a lot from this experience, this divorce or breakup. You're ready for something real, and you feel like you finally found it. Hello, Dino. How are you doing today? What else do we have? Energy. You've been thinking about me because I've been thinking about you. We're connecting. Ooh, they're getting a little desperate. They're like, I know you miss me. I know you think about the good times. Do you though? I feel like you're excited about the new person. We have gentle and gesture. I'm staying away from you because the last thing I want to do is hurt you. I feel like that's the King of Pentacles energy. I'm going to come sweep you away. Because the King of Pentacles has fallen in love with someone new and they want to start their life with that new person. Hello, Tito. How are you doing? What else do we have? As more time passes by, I feel a deeper void without you in my life. Baby, come back. Regrets. I should have, I could have, I would have. They still feel like there's a chance to make it work. They're really hoping they can convince you to give up on the new person. Hello, Synthesize. How are you doing? What else do we have? I'm caught up in a karmic relationship. No way. This ex is trying to get you back, but they actually have a new relationship? Uh-oh. I need to tell you the truth. I'm sorry I hurt you. I didn't realize what I had until it was gone. So they're over here trying to get you back when they already have a new relationship themselves. They want you to feel bad for getting into a new relationship. And they already are? It's wild. You deserve better than them. I want to make you happy. I miss your smile. So be cautious. This is a warning that your ex is coming back around. They don't want to be honest about the fact that they're in a new relationship because they're hoping they can talk you out of getting into your new relationship. Hello, Dr. Claw. How are you doing? My. The tea is hot. This ex of yours is still in love with you. They really care about you, even though they've probably just been pretty argumentative and difficult lately. They feel like they have to be a little bit kinder right now because they're trying to convince you not to be in a serious relationship with somebody new. I'm glad to hear that, Dr. Claw. So we've got, I don't want to be toxic anymore, and I've been working on myself. Oh my. I don't think I would believe them, because they're literally trying to get you back when they're in a relationship with somebody new, and they haven't even told you the truth about that. I want to hold you, and I'm on my way to you. So be cautious. This is someone who doesn't want to be totally honest with you about what they've got going on, because they feel like they can still win you back and convince you to break up with this new person. But I don't think they're going to be successful. It looks to me like you're pretty into this new person. Your ex may try to seduce you. They're hoping that because you have such history together that they can convince you to come back around. We have toxic but familiar, pattern, attachment, comfort, and pain. But you're not about it. We have apathy. You're not interested in reopening that chapter or reconciling with this ex. It's been a lot of, I don't know, a lot of time that's passed. Overstimulated in public, noise, public sensory bombardment, or sorry, panic. And then we have treating drama as therapy. This person's addicted to chaos. They like to start some drama. They like to see what they can, you know, kick up. They like to see if they can convince you to come back. I told you they might have a shopping addiction. We have shopping to feel something. Emptiness, impulse spending, escapism. This is part of the reason the relationship ended, because they didn't know how to process their emotions, so they ended up spending more money than they needed to. Over-explaining everything, anxiety, insecurity, and rambling. Goodness. All right, let's see what we've got for personal questions. I'm going to go with the Morgan Greer. Oh, that's awesome, Dr. Claw. All right, so for Nat Nat, we have, what does Nat Nat need to know regarding work, please? What does Nat Nat need to know? Three of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Five of Swords in the reverse with the Four of Cups. So it does look like there's someone who's leaving. Is this someone who's quitting? Looks like someone's getting fired. Or somebody is, they don't really want to be honest about what's going on, and that could lead to their being dismissed. Are there issues with regards to paying employees? Yes. There's someone here who feels like there's not an easy way to deal with the responsibilities or the accounts payable. So is Nat Nat's current position stable? Death in the reverse, Magician. Like medium. I think it's still a good idea to make some connections or put some feelers out. I feel like your position is more stable than others at the company, but there is definitely some risk here. Has there been some issue in terms of money coming in? Yes. So there could have been like a loss of a major client, or there could have been an expense that they couldn't really handle. So we have some fear going around the office. Hello, Justice. I hope you're having a good day. You can put your request in a super chat if you would like me to pull some cards for you. Hello, is it Manea? How are you doing? That's true, Melissa. Hello, Spiritual Awakening. How are you doing? What else does Nat Nat need to know, please? Three of Wands in the reverse and the Seven of Swords. It looks to me like someone in a position of power at this company has been fudging the numbers or lying. It could even be, you know, sales is saying that they're going to get a big deal to close and it doesn't. Or even a client who's saying, I'm going to pay what I owe you, but they don't, at least not in the time frame that they need to, right? Yeah, there's some issues here. I feel like you're kind of like middle of the road in terms of job security. There's definitely others that are likely to be laid off or let go before you. But they have some pressing concerns in terms of balancing those books. Hello, Mac. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good one. Yeah. I do feel like there's going to be some more people who get let go. It may end up being that you have to kind of like take care of someone else's role for a little bit. Hello, Noxie. How are you doing? I feel that, Melissa. Noxie, if you put your request in a super chat, I'll do some or pull some cards for you. Just trying to make sure I said hello to everybody. I feel like I missed someone. Maybe not. That being said, I might just do a freebie for, who was it that said the finance one? Justice. Justice, I'm going to pull a few cards for you on finances. And thank you everyone for liking and subscribing. I am going to do a live stream once I get to 25,000 subscribers. I'm going to do a live stream with free readings at the end. Can't guarantee I'll do everybody's, but yeah. Oh, welcome to the Chariots. Easy for me to say, synthesized. I appreciate that. What do we have for justice regarding finances? We have the Fool, the Queen of Wands in the reverse, the Three of Wands in the reverse, and the Two of Cups in the reverse. It looks to me like there's some negative energy around you. It could be someone who is like wishing ill upon you. Is this from like someone else? I feel like there's an ex who is wanting to see you be codependent or struggle financially. Someone that you may have lived with. And can justice block this energy? Yes, you can. So there's an ex who's trying to block your financial success. This is someone who's frustrated or feels like you did them wrong. So they want you to, you know, not be able to afford the things that you want. But I see you being able to block this energy. Is this something that justice has to do yet? No. I feel like it's something that you've already started. So you may have been clearing out things that this person gave you, or you may have said, you know, I released this person. But I feel like you've done much of what you need to do. It's a matter of continuing to do it. And I see a new opportunity coming your way with that Ace of Wands. So is this like a raise or a new job? Yeah, I see you getting paid more money. It's important for you to stay positive about your ability to manifest improved financial situation, because that negative energy from an ex It's something that you could like unwittingly multiply, right? So you can expedite this by having positive affirmations like, I'm a magnet for abundance, for example. Is this ex going to stop sending negative energy towards justice? No, they're going to keep trying. This person could be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, or they're just like possibly a narcissist or just like a compulsive liar. But this is someone who literally doesn't want any of your harvest to come in. Are they going to get distracted by something else and then stop sending that energy? Okay. So it's going to take a while. But at some point, they get distracted and start sending their negative energy to somebody else. So keep in mind that you have protection around you, that you have already started the process of cleansing out this ex's energy. All right, so is there another interview coming towards justice? Yes, there is. Yeah, you're going to be asked back for a second interview in the next couple of weeks. Maybe for a different one. But I see your money improving, 10 of Pentacles. So don't give up and keep in mind, you got to kind of counteract this negative energy being sent your way from an ex. All right, I shall do one more. Synthesize, ask, should I stay in Florida or move? Should synthesized stay in Florida? For now. But plot your departure. Queen of Wands, Moon in the reverse. There's something that's making it a little bit difficult to navigate a departure at this time. So make the most of your current situation, but start making a plan to go elsewhere. There's something that would be less expensive for you in another place or in another state. Queen of Swords, Death in the reverse. So there's something here that's still worth hanging around in Florida for. But there's going to be a sign. What's the sign that helps you realize when it's time to leave Florida? The number 3, you're going to hear something 3 times. A line, like words, not just like a bird chirping outside 3 times in a row. You're going to hear something like verbatim, like, I don't know, a 3-word phrase 3 times, you know? There's something here that's going to be a pretty obvious symbol for you that it's time to leave Florida. But it's not quite yet. All right, y'all. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for hyping if you're able to. And I will see you on the next reading.